Hey, Chad from Dark Monk here. We just finished doing a bunch of fire safety blanket testing, and this video is to share with you the results that we found. So, a little bit of what this was and wasn't. We went after testing safety blankets that we felt we could offer for under $20. A couple of reasons. First, we wanted everybody to be able to afford it and have one. We also know safety blankets do have a tendency to get left behind, walk away, things happen to them. So if you had to replace it every year, you weren't necessarily spending a ton of money on getting out there. We did not test the really high-end range like the aramid fibers or fiberglass blankets, which I believe are probably great solutions. That really test those properly, you would need to do things like leave it out in the sun for a week or 2 weeks at a time. A lot of those fibers are susceptible to UV. Any coating that they have on them to block UV would be taking away from its fire retardant properties. So we really went after more of a low cost but really good solution. Our baseline for this test is a 70% wool solution. We're using this because we'd already tested it by putting out poi and putting white gas directly on it and lighting on fire. And it performed pretty well in those tests. In our next test, we compared the percentage of wool in the blend as well as the tightness of the weave itself. In our next test, we compared Duvetyne in both fully treated with chemical, washed with just water, and washed with soap and water. In this test, we compared different weights of Duvetyne as well as fully chemically treated and machine washed and dried. Lastly, we wanted to compare a brand new Duvetyne that still had its full chemical treatment to one that had been machine washed but then dampened ever so slightly. And here are our winners. We felt like the 12-ounce Duvetyne with the full chemical treatment was probably the best, but the dampened, fully washed Duvetyne also performed extremely well, even though our torch was running low. So in conclusion, we feel like the 12-ounce Duvetyne, so long as the chemical treatment is in it, is probably one of the best solutions out there. If you do happen to wash it or it gets wet, it's not the best idea to use it. However, if you just dampen it ever so slightly, just wring it out, just make sure it's slightly damp, you have a really, really effective fire safety blanket. The wool solutions seem to work okay, but the IFR solutions with polyester or other synthetics seem to be terrible. Definitely don't use them. There is a concern about having a damp blanket and steam being created if it heats up too much and the steam possibly burning you. However, from the little tests that we did, it looks like it would take so much thermal energy to create steam from these things that whatever was underneath and you were putting out would probably be completely destroyed by fire before enough steam was created to actually hurt someone. From what we could tell, that wasn't thoroughly tested. Really hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope this information is helpful. Have a really safe time, but a lot of fun out there spinning.